How you doing, Cali Crowd? In the last video, we spoke about how to seriously dial up our pushing strength. If you haven't seen that video yet, it will be linked in the description below, so definitely check that out once you've watched this video for some serious calisthenics pushing gains. But today, we're gonna get our teeth into building up the sister movement pattern to pushing, which is of course, pulling. Having excellent pulling strength is an integral aspect of various calisthenic skills and exercises, and by looking at where movement originates, we can identify how to build that quality foundation which we know is crucial for developing lasting and transferable strength. As with pushing, the genesis of most pulling calisthenics movements is the scapula. And as a refresher, the scapula supports the wider shoulder complex to perform 6 main roles: retraction, protraction, elevation, depression, upward rotation, and downward rotation. These form the basis of most calisthenic skills and exercises, and by strengthening the area where the force production originates, we can get significantly stronger even if all other things are kept constant. When it comes to pulling, we can do this with 2 very simple exercises. The first deals with developing horizontal pulling, and we can do that with the Scapula Body Row. We can perform this on a straight bar as well, but I'll be using rings. To set up, we want to grab the rings and lean backwards, similar to a typical body row. The body position we're looking for is a neutral spine, glutes engaged, shoulders depressed and away from the ears. From here, keeping the arms completely straight, pull into scapular retraction. Hold for a second, then lower yourself into scapular protraction. The range on this movement is very small, so be sure to take this nice and slow. There is no need to excessively arch the spine or render this movement redundant by bending the arms. Also, if you're pigeoning your neck forwards, that may be a sign that the intensity is too high, so you can dial it back by increasing the angle of your body line from the floor. Again, scapular positioning is king here, so really make sure you're squeezing at the top of the movement to build up that horizontal pulling strength. The second exercise that will boost pulling strength works on vertical pulling with the Scapula Pull Up. The setup for the Scapula Pull Up is to hang from a bar in a passive hang, but make sure this isn't a dead hang. We want to maintain tension through our legs and midsection, and we can easily do this by keeping our feet slightly in front of us and squeezing the glutes. From here, keeping the arms straight, we want to pull ourselves directly upwards into scapular depression. Hold here for a second, and then eccentrically lower into scapular elevation. Now, this actually requires a fair amount of shoulder flexion mobility, so if doing this on a bar is uncomfortable for you and it doesn't feel right for you in the shoulders or the elbows, you can take this to rings, which will give you a slight mechanical advantage without taking anything away from the scapula. The Scapula Pull-Up is very popular and for good reason. The transferable strength off the back of this exercise can be phenomenal, but it can be progressed further with the Scapula Pull Down. Still taking care to keep the arms straight. When we get to the top of the Scapula Pull-Up, we can drive the hands down and away, almost like in a front lever raise. Unlike in a front lever raise though, we can allow the back to arch slightly. Remember, the focus here is primarily the scapular position. We aren't looking to overly tax the arms with this, so if you find them bending, stick to the standard Scapula Pull-Up for now. The Scapula Pull Down will effectively develop scapular upward and downward rotation, which is great for transferring to skills such as front and back levers, as well as planche and handstand pressing. Remember guys, we're only as strong as our weakest link. Our bodies are designed to keep us intact and safe. And sometimes it does this by limiting our force production in certain circumstances. But by strengthening areas that may not get a lot of attention with exercises such as these, we can significantly dial up our pulling strength with relatively little effort. Guys, let me know down in the comments what your pulling goals are. Try these exercises out for yourself and really see how they will supercharge your goals and get you closer to where you want to be. I will see you in the next video. Until then, peace.